Striking.
Cuidado, lo tocó, lo ha sentado. Ha sentado el Zdravko. Lo va a sentar. Cuidado.
Combat sports is built on respect and discipline, but some fighters throw that out the window in their quest for victory.
Oh my! Defend yourself at all times!
Arrogance, trash talk, and dirty tactics might give them an edge until karma steps in. Today, we're diving into the most brutal reality checks in combat history, where cocky fighters paid the ultimate price.
Right hand connected, and Groenhart is dead!
Michael Venom Page built his name on flash and flare. Every fight was a highlight reel.
Starting to look like a kid in the square. It's over. Hit it's all over!
Every move a masterpiece.
Oh,
He danced, taunted, and dismantled opponents with ease. His confidence was untouchable, and when he faced Douglas Lima, he treated him like another name to add to his list of victims. From the opening bell, Page put on a show. Hands down, bouncing around, grinning at the crowd. He fought like a man who thought losing was impossible.
When your hands are up.
They're mentally in the fight against his father who died on Boxing Day last year.
Lima, though, wasn't buying into the spectacle. He knew Page thrived in striking exchanges, so he dragged him into deep waters, testing his patience and resilience. Round 2. Page, still in full entertainer mode, danced his way into disaster.
Showing already, John, in the way he reacts, although he got angered. And there's a jumping attack by Page.
One mistake, one split-second lapse. That's all Lima needed.
Quiet at 100%.
Oh, and there. What a shot by Lima! Mamma mia!
A perfectly timed strike sent Page crashing to the canvas. The once invincible showman lay motionless.
Popping Michael Venom Page.
His undefeated record shattered, his aura of invincibility erased. For the first time in his career, Page wasn't the artist. He was the masterpiece of someone else's victory. Zdravko Tarnagiev, nicknamed Bad News, inked up like a walking newspaper, built like a tank and full of arrogance. And across from him, for Gaspar, a quiet Spaniard with nothing to prove. But respect wasn't on Zdravko's agenda. Fight night arrived, and Zdravko strutted in like he owned the ring. Gaspar, despite 2 failed takedown attempts, wasn't backing down. He'd do it standing if he couldn't win on the ground.
Striking.
Cuidado, lo tocó, lo ha sentado. Ha sentado el Zdravko. Lo va a sentar. Cuidado.
A sudden flurry of strikes later, the supposed powerhouse was crumbling. Humiliated, Zdravko walked away defeated and bruised with an injured hand. 6 months later, the rematch was set, but this time something had changed. Gaspar, once the humble warrior, was now the cocky one. No handshake, no respect, just a reckless charge at Zdravko. But arrogance has a price, and Zdravko was ready to collect.
Aquí se lesionó. En cualquier momento lo puede parar Jesús. Le dice que pelee de vuelta. Son muchos golpes. Zdravko está por él. ¡Lo paró!
In a brutal twist of fate, the overconfident Gaspar met the same downfall he had once handed out. He should have learned from Zdravko's mistake. Pride doesn't make you invincible. It just makes your fall that much harder.
According to all 5 judges, oh my! Defend yourself at all times!
June 10th, 2016, Merle Grard, a Dutch fighter on the point of losing his title shot, made a move that sent shockwaves through the combat world. His opponent, Armenian warrior Harut Gregorian, had been overwhelming him with relentless pressure.
These explosive combinations.
Desperation kicked in. Just as Gregorian momentarily turned away, Grard struck from behind.
According to all 5 judges, oh my! Defend yourself at all times!
An underhanded knockout that left the judges stunned and the internet in flames. Grand celebrated like a man who had earned the victory, but the moment was short-lived. Gregorian's team stormed the ring, igniting chaos.
By the ring, people are attacking Groenhart! It's insanity!
The controversial finish sparked global outrage, with fans demanding justice. 6 months later, they got it. But the stakes were even higher this time. Grard had secured the championship belt, making the rematch personal.
What a performance for Harut
Under the bright lights, Gregorian stood emotionless, his eyes locked on his rival. The crowd roared, fueling his hunger for revenge.
For the first time against Harut Gregorian, here we go. It's our main event.
The bell rang and Grard found himself on the canvas within moments.
What a big roundhouse right hand pedal. There's a knee and a right hand.
Pivot out. Don't stay center.
Oh, and that right hand connected. And Groenhart is dead.
Staggering, barely able to stand, he braced for the inevitable. Gregorian, relentless as ever, finished what he started.
Groenhart's in survival mode right now. We may have a new champ in the making. Harut Gregorian hitting the champ. What is it? The referee has stopped it. Are you kidding me?
And new glory welterweight champion of the world, Harut Gregorian.
Leandro Silva entered the cage with a primate mask, full of confidence and flair.
Don't think that's all he's got, even with the moves outside the ring.
His opponent, Slovakia's undefeated Marek Mazuch, carried a perfect 6-0 record and wasn't here for theatrics. On the other hand, Silva was coming off 3 consecutive losses, but you wouldn't have guessed it by his swagger. From the opening bell, he moved with precision, controlling the pace and overwhelming Mazuch.
Yeah, so we may see blood early if Apollo can land.
Pick his target, but he got beat.
Really nice double jab right hand from Apollo.
This would be huge if he can finish this.
A little hard and disciplining.
Short shots, but they're working, Luke. This is great tactics from Apollo. Look at the boxing on display here.
No one expected this kind of dominance from the Brazilian. Mazuch struggled to find an opening. Every attempt to strike was met with counterattacks that left him on the defensive.
Look at the blood really flowing from that nose now.
Still riding high, Silva entered the second round with renewed confidence, throwing sharp combinations and taunting his opponent with flashy movements.
Again. And I believe that's Apollo Creed.
That's exactly right. Oh, look how relaxed this guy is.
But karma had other plans. Just as Silva got comfortable, Mazuch struck with a devastating attack, one clean shot that ended the show.
Big left hand lands.
The undefeated Slovak left his record intact, while Silva went with more than a loss.
Apollo, it smells blood and comes flying forward as Marek. That right hook lands on the chin, and good night.
That primate mask, he never put it on again. Bernard Hopkins went down in history as one of the best to ever do it. However, we just can't forget the time he disrespected white fighters.
I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me.
He was always cocky in interviews and fights, but he hadn't yet received the punishment he deserved for his actions. That all changed in 2016 when at the age of 51, he was looking for one last fight before retiring, hoping to secure victory and end his 27-year-old career. On the opposite side, a white fighter, Joe Smith Jr., was a formidable puncher and the one who wanted to punish Hopkins for his sayings.
Common man. Special man. Which one you want? Common. You won't be special come Saturday. You will stay common.
The fight was one-sided from the start, with Smith Jr. beating the old man up.
Right hand by Joe Smith. Anymore, and there was no.
The effects of right now.
Yeah, the wider punches of Joe Smith.
In the 8th round, the unexpected happened as Hopkins found himself near the ropes. Smith unleashed a flurry of punches, culminating in a devastating right hand that sent Hopkins through the ropes and onto the floor outside the ring.
Big right hand.
He's out.
A left hook, another left hook, and then a big punch.
Unable to continue due to the injury sustained from the fall, Hopkins was defeated by a technical knockout, marking the end of his remarkable career.
It is your last fight. You will not fight again?
No.
Vitaly Klitschko was always known for his calm aura and ability to keep his cool, even when his opponents disrespected him, like getting slept, for example. A crazy Shannon Briggs was given a shot at the WBC title of Klitschko, and he for sure knew that the only way to win such a fight was through mental warfare.
I'm the best that ever did it. I'm asthmatic, 2-time heavyweight champion, and that's mine for Saturday night. And nothing can happen. Ain't nothing. He can't beat me. I already died 10 times. Take it easy, Daddy. Take it easy, Daddy. Take it easy, Daddy. You know I don't play that. You know me.
After many attempts to distract Klitschko, it was finally time to face him in the ring and finally get an answer to all those insults. But after going through those 36 minutes with Dr. Iron Fist, Briggs, who got hit again and again, most worryingly with flush right hands to the head and jaw, managed to make it to the final bell.
Klitschko in rechte und wollte er sich dann ein bisschen da aus der... Da kann man die...
After the fight, he was then sent to the hospital in Hamburg, Germany, too badly damaged to be allowed to fly home. Mike Tyson, in the earlier parts of his career, was a calm and reasonable person. As the years passed, he began to present a more aggressive aura against his opponents. A victim of this was Lennox Lewis, who Mike Tyson carried a different type of hatred towards, and it showed in the interviews he had.
He's the Homo sapien, I'm the Homo superior. He's not afraid of him. This is one time he's going to get hit.
And at the official press conference of the fight. The only thing wrong with this was that Mike was no longer capable of delivering a good match against his opponents, so all of his words were literally empty. While Tyson started the fight aggressively, he eventually slowed down his pace and began eating some heavy shots by the bigger Lewis, eventually dropping him for good in the 8th round.
He can't take too many more of those right hands. It's the 7th round. Lennox Lewis triples Mike Tyson. Lewis unloaded. Got hard. Yeah, you can't take that from him. Big right hand from Lewis, and Tyson goes down for the 3rd time in his career.
By a tremendous amount of punishment.
Disrespecting Alexander Usyk is never a good idea. And while he always carries himself as a true sportsman, some people still try to downplay him. Marco Huck repeatedly showed his disrespect against Usyk, and the only thing now left was for him to live up to the expectations in the fight. Even from the very first round, Huck was getting dominated.
Far less activity, that terrific contest, really heavily, and works away with that right hand.
And in the later rounds, he kept getting hammered.
To the mark, and now beginning to bring uppercuts. Continuing to work the shield in that maniacal grin that he possesses to intervene. But in fairness,
until he finally learned his lesson in the 10th round.
Weaving in front of his man, vulnerable position. But it appears to me, as he off the ropes, but then he tosses across the boxing ring, out of the corner, uppercut fitting, working away furiously. Shots underneath, Robinson stepped in, and
Marco Huck should be an example of why you should never disrespect a humble guy, because in the end, you will get stepped on. Unbeaten Ramart Gaballo took on Yuya Nakamura in a scheduled 10-round bout. Nakamura went towards Gaballo's corner before the start of the fight, trying to intimidate his opponent. However, that turned out to be a big mistake, as it only made Gaballo angry.
And again, knockout ratio, and Briggs able to connect 2 solid blows, make that 3-4.
Gaballo went into full attack mode from the first bell, dropping Nakamura twice in the opening round.
Shaky, knocked down in the first round, this matchup.
It's actually very aggressive, strong starter, fast starter, something na hindi binibigay ng kumbaga yung biron sa boxing catcher.
Nakamura made it out of the first round, but Gaballo went for the kill in round 2 and ended the show with a knockout.
Oh, another hook landing, left hook to the side of the face. 3rd knockdown of the match.
Russian Dmitry Kudryashov took on Brazilian MMA fighter Fernando Rodriguez in a scheduled 6-round exhibition bout. However, Rodriguez presented Kudryashov with a pillow before the fight, alluding to his plan to knock the Russian out.
Это подушка, намек от бразильца. Завтра после нокаута Дмитрий будет...
Once the fight started, the Brazilian continued to taunt Kudryashov by daring him to throw more punches. Unfortunately for Rodriguez, Kudryashov obliged and put him to sleep with a brutal knockout punch.
Super тяжелом весе
Viti Ruskaya Kovalda Kudryashov!
Which of these fights is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the post notifications.